So I wanted a really spectacular opening for my 25th vlog. Try using silks, they said. Pink uses silks. Help! Welcome to vlog 25. I cannot believe it. Where has the time gone? Sound like my mother. But it is already July. That is crazy. So how's your week been? On Tuesday, I went to see the Tinder Trilogy at Theatre 503, written by Annie Jenkins. Now this was a collection of 3 monologues told by 3 different actresses. Now I'll be honest, I was bored rigid. The monologues weren't that great or captivating. The stories were a bit thin. And to be fair, my main problem with this collection of monologues was they all sounded very similar. Annie hadn't done enough of a job to make the characters distinctive or to sound different. In fact, they didn't really sound like the characters they were trying to depict. This ran for a week at Theatre 503 and had been shown last year at the Camden Fringe. So I was perplexed why it's not got any better. And I'm not sure why she's brought it back. There were some good performances, but they were a little erratic. And like I say, I just didn't really enjoy it. On Wednesday, I got to interview Genevieve, Nicole and Declan Egan, both who have shows coming up at Sadell as part of the Big Smoke London Festival. Here are a couple of clips from both interviews which you can find on my YouTube channel.
As in what I'm talking about, my career, the struggles, the happiness, the good times, the bad times. And interesting enough, obviously when I did the show last year, I was like, I'm going to be a leading lady, this is it, yeah. A year later.
On the back of it.
Still not.
But you have been a leading
No,
lady.
I've already been a leading lady.
You were a leading
yeah.
player.
No, I have, and I've really done that.
Yeah.
When I said that I was going to try and leave the ensemble cover life, I really have. I have done that. But yeah, it's just been it's been hard this year. It's been hard.
That's sad.
It has, yeah.
Although, you did get to sing with...
Oh my God, Stephen Schwartz!
Can we discuss this?
Oh
What
my God,
was that?
such an honour. Like,
So an evening with Stephen Schwartz
Yeah.
at the Hope Mill Theatre.
yes,
Where you obviously did Pippin.
Yes.
So you were invited back
I was.
to sing... What an honour.
Oh my God, no, seriously.
What pressure.
Well, yeah, you think you'd already be nervous anyway, and then obviously like I'm singing one of his songs.
In
So it's
front of
like, yeah, please don't get this wrong. Please don't get this wrong. And then obviously, I don't know if people have seen the video of me with Stephen.
When he announced you.
When he announced me, yeah, when I said, darling, call me what you want, you're Stephen Schwartz. But like, and then I tried to like lift up the mic and I was in a strong second plie. Like, it's just not okay. Yeah, I still am like, I can't believe that happened.
Did I really do that?
No, oh my God, stop that. Hashtag stagey, oh my God.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Mr. Declan, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How about
Here
yourself?
in the Crazy Cops.
I know, very exciting, very real.
Is it exciting?
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, I haven't been back in the space since I announced I'll be doing my cabaret.
Have you sang here before with someone else?
No, actually, I haven't. No,
So you've
I've
never
been
sang
to a
this
lot of
place?
I've been to a lot of events. I've seen the lovely Ian performing, lovely Velmicelli, and yeah, but I've never actually had a chance to do my own thing.
And now the space is yours.
Exactly, I'm going to command it. It's going to be my space.
This is your first show, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever done a one-man show. I haven't even like where people like enter those cabaret festivals where they like do like a little 5-minute excerpt or something. I haven't even done something like that. Like, so to jump from nothing to like an hour show is a bit daunting, but at the same time, like, I'm really excited.
And how have you approached it? What?
I'm looking at like, I because it's my first, I just want it to be, really chilled. I want it to be like a night of getting to know me, because I'm always hiding behind characters. I'm always doing all of these crazy shows or like crazy characters even in just my social life. So I would really like to just kind of just have a chilled night, sing some songs I love, and the main focus for me is mainly about how I've created homes around the world, because as you can hear, I'm from Australia, and that element of creating a home and family around the world.
Now, I love this pair. They are so funny, and it was a pleasure to talk to them. In sad news, over on Broadway, the Cher Show, which recently won Stephanie J. Block a Tony, has announced that it is closing, along with Drew McConey's production of King Kong. Now, I saw both of these productions last October, and I loved the Cher Show, and it's a real shame that both of these shows are closing. In casting news, Steph Parry has announced that she is joining the immersive Mamma Mia! The Party, which opens later this year at the O2. It sounds like it's going to be a riot, and I cannot wait to see it. On Wednesday evening, I went along to watch Bear, a pop opera. Now, I was really excited about seeing this production. I originally saw it when it was called Bear, a rock opera in 2013, when it was produced by Paul Taylor Mills, who went on to produce Heathers. Paul's production made stars of Jodie Steele, Michael Vincent, Ross William Wilde, and even Luke Baker, who's now in Everybody's Talking About Jamie. And I remember seeing it and thinking it was incredible. It was so moving and poignant, and the music was beautiful. It's now on at the Vault and directed by Julie Appleton. As we walked in, I was confused by the seating arrangement. They have built a T-shaped stage which is about a metre off the ground, with 2 banks of seatings, and then a third bank to the left, with the band on a balcony to the right. Now, from any of these points, it's quite awkward to see the full stage. And the way that Julie has directed it means you will miss certain points of the story at certain times. Also, the Vaults as a venue has very difficult acoustics, and the sound was an issue. There were moments where a lot of the sound got lost. As well as this, Julie's directed the ensemble to be busy at certain points of the stage, which at times detracts from the main focus going on in the middle of the stage. It is quite off-putting. Now, back to the show. Like I said, I have loved this show since 2013, and it's always difficult when you see a revived show that you once fell in love with for it to measure up. And for me, it just didn't. And it wasn't because of the cast, because they all do a great job. In particular, I was looking forward to seeing Dara Coley. He stood out for me when he was in Spring Awakening at the Hope Mill Theatre, and he is an incredible actor. Also in this cast, sounding exceptional, is Tom Hare, who I managed to catch up with afterwards with his fiancée. In this production, you've also got the star of X Factor America, Stacey Francis, who is also an exceptional singer. However, her comic timing just isn't quite there. All in all, I was a little bit disappointed, which is a shame because I was so looking forward to seeing this show. Continuing the disappointment, I went to see On Your Feet. Now, this show I was really excited about seeing as well. I had heard about it over in Broadway and it looked amazing. But on Thursday, I finally got to see it, and it just didn't live up to my expectations. I felt it was very slow and at times quite tedious. It's called On Your Feet, and it should be quite rousing. And I think it's down to the song selections that they've chosen to navigate this story. A lot of them are ballads. I expected a lot more up-tempo songs, but instead there are a lot of ballads and a lot of quiet. Now, I love a jukebox musical. Mamma Mia is one of my favourite shows, but also shows like Jersey Boys and Beautiful, which are both biopic pieces as well. With On Your Feet, although it tells the story of GloriaEstefan, you don't really get an insight into her career or the huge rise that it took. And the set is very basic. And I think, especially for the Colosseum, which has 4 tiers. Over in America, the production is done to a theatre with only 2 tiers. Now, if you're going to go and watch this at the Colosseum, I can only recommend you either sit in the stalls or the lower circle, because if you're going to sit in the upper circle or the balcony, the set looks horrendous from up there. Even with new shows like Tina have a bit more energy and a bit more going on. This was interesting and insightful, but at times just too slow, and the show did seem very long. And also, some of the writing is very cliched. In spite of that, the cast are incredible. The All Dancing Ensemble are superb. Christy Praise, who plays Gloria, is stunning. And Madalena Alberto, who plays her mother, is superb. Now, I've always been a big fan of Madalena's, and here she shows us how incredible a dancer and singer and actress that she is. I managed to catch up with them all after the show and even got my programme signed by GloriaEstefan, who was lovely. I also got to chat to Joe McFadden, who was there, who seemed very excited about his upcoming tour with Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Here is a video from the encore and a few words from Gloria, who joined the cast on stage after the curtain call.
You wanna move my body, yeah. When the drum starts beating that beat, he nails that beat with the syncopated rhythm with the rat-tat-tat-tat-tat on the drum.
So many years ago, you were one of our first. It was Holland, England. You kicked it off for us. You made it possible to become international. We are so blessed. Oh! And by the way, this is your son. Your son! Sasha! And where's Emily? That isn't in the show because she hadn't been born yet. But she wrote the only original song in the show, if I never got to tell you.
But I'm not in the show.
My beautiful family is here, your kids. Jem, M, everybody else, Emilio, hello. Can't forget this dude. We are so thrilled that we are here on the West End, and we are so happy for this amazing cast and band. For our beautiful homegrown Christy Perez. For this amazing Emilio George Ramirez. I want to mention each and every one of them, but I can't because you'll be here forever. My mom, my grandma. Thank you so much, everyone here. We love you, London!
Listen, I can tell you one thing. If you want to be married over 40 years, let her talk. Don't worry about it. Listen, sometimes people go through hard time. This show is about dreams. Always can be fixed. It could be better. God bless you. God bless London. God bless everybody who's been in the show. Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much.
And my Miami Sound Machine musical director, Clay Oswald. We've been together for decades. Clay, thank you. This amazing band. Thank you so much. Are we ready to party?
Great news! 6 has extended. Although it does mean they're going to be losing some of the cast. The new cast, which includes Danielle Steers, will be joining later this year. In other casting news, Noel Sullivan has been announced to take over the part of Dewey in School of Rock. This is incredible news for Noel, who's openly talked about his struggles with mental health in recent times, but has always carried on working and has always wanted to be in an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. Finally, it's paid off and he's got his wish. On Friday night, I was at the press night for Dark Sublime with my buddy Chris Clegg. Now, this is a show that I have been waiting to see for months. It stars Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation, and I was the biggest Star Trek fan when I was a kid. It's on at the Trafalgar Studios in the small space and directed by Andrew Keats, who I interviewed last week for my YouTube channel. Now with Dark Sublime, it's kind of a bit of art imitating life, with Marina playing an aging actress who had a former career in a sci-fi series and befriends a fan. Marina herself has said that this has kind of happened to her in real life. Now within that, there is a lot of heart and comedy in this new piece, written by Michael Dennis. But it also does feel like the work of a first-time writer. It's a little longer than it needs to be, and there are some bits that could do with refining. But generally, it's a really great piece. And its handling of its lesbian storyline is very tender and discreet and not in your face, which is very rare for LGBT work. Jacqueline King, who played Catherine Tate's mum in Doctor Who, is phenomenal. She is a brilliant actress and at certain times overshadows Marina, who is still incredible. And like I say, it's just remarkable to see an actress of her calibre do a show like this, and in her native London accent. Kawuku Mills is a star in the making. He's recently graduated from RADA and is brilliant. He's definitely one to watch out for. The play is in part a parody to the sci-fi genre, and this area didn't really work for me. As much of a sci-fi nerd as I am, even I didn't really find those bits funny. It's on until the 3rd of August at the Trafalgar Studios. So that was all I saw last week. I had a bit of time off and had a break over the weekend, which I think I needed. Meanwhile, I did miss Luke Bayer and Laura Baldwin in Godspell and at Cadogan Hall, as well as Laura Benatti with special guest Bianca Del Rio, which I hear was incredible. Also, the Crazy Cox Presents did a Pride special, which sold out. So I really hope those guys had a great evening too. It was also the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, which was an incredible time to look back and reflect on. So that's it for this week. Remember, it's Pride in London at the weekend, so if you're out and about, look out for me. I'll probably be covered in glitter and very drunk. Have a fantastic week. See you next time.